everybody. Welcome to Ticket, Stubs, and Popcorn. Ticket, Stubs, and Popcorn.
Sure. He's Peter.
I'm Peter.
And I'm Frank.
And he's wearing one of our shirts.
I am wearing one of the shirts.
Merch.
Hey, yeah, we've got merch. It'd be a cool way to support the show. Also, if you could subscribe to this channel, like the videos, that'd be really cool. Check us out on the podcast. It's definitely an easier way than to deal with this foolishness. Let's see. Hey, just to give you something to think about before. So think back to your dating days. Okay?
Yeah, that really didn't exist, but okay.
Well, way back, before you were married.
Okay.
Okay, before you were married, and you're in that courtship phase.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
Was there a movie that, or a TV show that you watched that you would not have otherwise taken the time on it, but you did because you were dating this person?
Sure. Okay.
So,
yeah. Alrighty.
All right?
Yeah, I'll think about that. Sure.
All right. Cool. All right, great. Hey, today we're talking about Oscar Isaac. So
Oscar Isaac.
Oscar Isaac.
Very good.
Yeah, really, really good. I'm going to start.
Sure, go ahead.
All right. First came to my attention when he did Inside Llewellyn. Lewin. I love saying Llewellyn, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. But, anyways, we know that one. I just, you know what it is? It's weird because for me, that movie is just, I just, believe it or not, actually just feel during that movie. It's just such a, I just see it as, it's a feel-good kind of movie. It's just a nice, he's great. And maybe I think that because he was a route, like to me anyways, pretty, unknown.
He was to me.
Jumping into a Coen Brothers movie.
Yeah.
But I love his performance. I find it comforting. His whole demeanor. I just think he's just like this guy you want to hang out with, And the music stuff's pretty good too. So, but it's just I like that portrait, and I'm doing a terrible job of articulating why.
No,
but you know what I mean? It's one of like Coen Brothers movies. I think typically there is a fair amount of like kind of cringe or tension or something. What's going to happen?
Yeah.
Or it's just so outlandish. But this is just kind of like, it's just, as my grandmother would say, it's just nice. He's just a nice. You know what I mean? So that's my first one there. And I mean, I'm going to sort of blow through that because I want to talk more about my third one when we get to it.
Okay.
But so my next one would be Ex Machina.
You know what I'm feeling right now?
What? Little Deja Vu?
No.
What?
Yeah, Deja Vu.
Is this it?
This might be the episode.
This might be the one where we overlap
all three.
All three. Wow.
Only because I kind of have a feeling where you're going with the third. Anyway,
but Ex Machina is great because he is so damn creepy.
Oh, yeah.
He is super creepy and super weird, and that movie is super creepy and super weird.
Yes,
and it takes place in just this box basically. It's just
a series of boxes.
Yeah, it really is such an intense movie, although it doesn't. I mean, it gets more intense later, and once you watch it, you realize, oh, this is like a really big deal that this happened. But it doesn't, like, music doesn't swell like crazy and stuff like that. And I think what adds...
And he's doing it for a reason, too.
Yeah. But what adds to the creepiness of it, quite frankly, is that dance that he does. With that
I know.
Oh my God. It's just like, what the hell is going on right now? Because it's just super weird.
I remember when the movie came out, and saw it and loved it, appreciated it a lot. I remember, you'd occasionally there'd be something about the movie, whether it's like TV or whatever, or internet or whatever, and it was always like someone had to ask a question about the dance.
Yeah.
And I'm like, is that what you got? I mean, yes.
Yes, that's what you left with. But
that
it's
like
so
does happen
weird.
in the movie, but like that's what you're thinking about.
But it's so
it is
weird.
Oh, it
it's
is.
so it's creepy.
Everything about him is creepy.
Yeah, it really, really is.
Yeah.
It's so creepy. So creepy. Anyway, and then now I have to gush about Star Wars because he has the.
We have the trifecta here.
Yeah,
right
we
now.
do. This is the first time.
We
This
got
is the
like
first time.
60 episodes or so we got maybe?
Yeah. This is the first time that
it's
all
ever happened.
three have been the same
good.
exact thing. Yeah, his role as Poe Dameron in the Star Wars movies.
Yeah.
He's got this weird sort of responsibility to be the new kind of like rogue, to be basically, if I can just sort of really just reduce it down to its most essential, like he's got to be the new Han Solo.
Pretty much.
And the way they do it is through some sort of like early on in the first movie where we meet him in episode 7 and he's just like, he gets captured. He's like, I talk first, you talk first. What,
exactly.
Like that's just at first I was just like, oh, okay, this is what we're doing. So okay, and then So, but he's really good, and I think that sometimes the material they give him is a little bit too, let's make you too much of a rogue kind of thing.
Right.
And plus, he's got to play off of Finn, who sucks so much. But I like him as this rogue pilot who's not afraid to have an argument with
the
Leia.
General
Right,
Leia.
exactly.
Yeah, you got it.
And he's just like, he's brash, he's impulsive, and he wants to do the wrong thing for the right reason.
Right, exactly.
So, and sometimes the results are disastrous. Sometimes
exactly.
they're not. But he's not bad. Even in that absolutely awful animated show Resistance, where he shows up.
He shows up only a few times, but he does show up.
And he tries to do this mentor thing with the absolutely awful character cast. The most irritating. I would rather, this is a bold statement, I would rather have Jar Jar Binks.
Oh, well, it may not be that bad, but it's close.
This show, I love Star Wars, you guys know this, but I cannot handle this. I'm getting through this show.
We're actually set ourselves a little mission.
It's just like get through it.
We're trying to go
the
get
longest Band-Aid removal of my entire life. I would rather go through what Steve Carell went through, 40-year-old virgin of the thing, and screaming, Kelly Clarkson. But anyway, but Oscar Isaac I think is good. I like him in that role. He's pretty fun.
I'm just gonna
pile right on
because it's this, like I said, this is the weirdest thing. It's never happened before.
Yeah.
We're bringing all three.
And surprisingly, with this guy, I know it. I would have thought it would have happened.
With Poe Dameron, we'll stick with the Star Wars universe. It's tough to jump into this established series.
This is just an Oscar Isaac free-for-all right now because we're all on this. We're on like the same page throughout.
It's like tough to jump into this universe.
Yeah.
And make it, because it's three movies now for him and some TV stuff, but it's just wonderful.
Yeah.
I mean, he's able to like make that his own. It's definitely important. His character is not just a little, a little here, a little there.
Yeah.
He's in a lot.
He's
important, and he does it well. And the one
so much
thing
better
I
than
love,
Finn.
the thing that I love is I love it when there is, in addition to the whole universe going on, in addition to what the plot is for the movie, I love it when there is a great relationship. So when you see, for me, when I see like Han and Chewie, and it's whatever. They haven't seen each other in a couple scenes or whatever, and it's like, hey, old buddy, that sort of thing. Blah, blah. It just makes me feel good. This one, every time, and I'm not trying to say anything else is going on, but anytime he's away from BB-8 for like more than 3 seconds, come here, buddy! You hear it in his voice. It's like he's got his dog back. You know what I mean? Like his long lost, stuffed animal. He's found it. Whatever
there are certain electronics I feel the same way about.
But he's just you feel it and you hear it in his voice. It's like, hey, buddy.
Yeah, and BB-8 is a far better character than Finn. Seriously, I dread the day that we pull John Boyega out of that bucket because I like him. He's a nice enough guy. And
he seems to be, but
But they just
that character
is terrible.
So I love him as Poe Dameron in this the Star Wars universe.
Llewellyn,
and I'll go to what the heck was his name in X?
I don't even remember.
Oh man, oh boy, I forget right now.
The dude with the beard.
Anyway, yeah, he's creepy. He brings the other guy there for a reason, and everything. He's got stuff blocked off. His place is this, wonderful remote thing. He's one of, if not the richest man in the world. That's part of the thing. Yeah. He's made it through computers and his AI research, and he's a brilliant man. But that doesn't mean that he can't be a little crazy, manipulative, and completely untrustworthy. I mean, we don't know what's really. You know what I mean? What's he really think? But
not that character, obviously, but that look and that vibe that he brings to that. I would like to see that dropped into a movie version of The Most Dangerous Game.
Oh yeah.
Because you can picture him being that puppet master.
Oh, definitely.
Kind of guy through something like that. I think that would be really.
And actually, that setting was very similar.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And so in the way in the movie too, where you see where I can't think of what the other guy's name is.
Dom Nobley's.
Yeah, but whatever. Whatever it is.
Yeah, it doesn't matter because it's like the other guy.
Yeah. So when you see him talking to Ava, the AI, robot, synthoid, whatever we're calling her, she's essentially, as stuff progresses, she's essentially captive. Yeah. She's in these boxes. So every time he's talking to her through the glass, it's a little bit of like Silence of the Lambs. Yeah. One's in one compartment, you're in the other. But because it's glass, the camera can turn, and then you see the guy is in his space is just as small and confined. It's really weird.
Yeah.
And so the Oscar Isaac character, this super genius kind of thing, he's using them both for different reasons. But he wants answers. He's trying to it has to satisfy his experiment. And very good. That one's definitely up there. But the first time I noticed Oscar Isaac was in Inside Llewyn Davis. And I will say this, and I don't say this lightly at all. I love Coen Brothers movies. Maybe not all of them. I love Coen Brothers movies.
That's usually really good.
They're usually very good. And way at the top, one of my personal all-time favorite movies is The Big Lebowski. And I also am a big fan of Fargo.
Yeah.
This one is in my top 3 Coen
Really?
Brothers movies. I love.
That's a bold statement.
Isn't it? I love this movie. And I love Oscar Isaac as Llewyn Davis in this movie. He's just he's
right?
Yeah, like sometimes he can be a little bit of an a-hole. He's got that edge. He alienates a lot of people.
See, I don't think so.
And he does it, but that's just where he is. I mean, and the funny thing is, the movie like starts off where it ends. It's going to come back. There was a flashback, so it comes back. But that's exactly what's going on in his life. He's on this hamster wheel.
Yeah.
And that's what's, he's just going to keep going back there. He's not going to, he's in such need of money at different times. He's an artist, tortured soul. He's not going to sell out. But if he can get a little bit of quick money for like being in a novelty song, but then he signs his rights away because he needs the money right now. Right. If you're going to pay me up front, I'll take the whatever, $200 instead of whatever Justin Timberlake is going to be getting a lot more later on because he didn't up the,
well, Justin Timberlake deserves it. That kid is a delight.
He is a delight. And he's very good. Even though Oscar's cheating with his wife. No, I don't. So there's some issues there. And
I like that
love
character.
This.
I bastard, but I
agree. I love this character. Yeah. He means well. He's still hurting. When the stuff starts to unfold about his singing partner, you start getting little dribs and drabs.
Yeah.
And nothing is going right for Lewin, even though he's very talented. And he does sing and play the guitar in this movie. Someone's not doing the work for him. When he's acting the part, he's playing his own guitar and he is singing. Very good. It's a time period that I really love. Early folk music, Greenwich Village, 1960, just before Dylan's gonna make it big and blow up. And it's just one. And I just love him. He's wounded. He just couch surfs. He does take advantage of some people. He doesn't even have good relationships with human beings, but he doesn't even have a good relationship with trying to watch the cat. He's but his heart is still there where he's trying to find the cat or get the cat.
Exactly.
And then when he does find the cat, he takes pretty good care of it, even though it's a surrogate cat. It's not even the same one that he lost. It's a great movie. I love this movie. And I'm not kidding. I really love this movie. And I can't say enough about it. And it's filmed in that black and white, which just kind of shows that wintry New York, slush in your shoes, kind of it's not going well for him.
Don't miss that.
And he just kind of keeps trying. And I love it. There's a lot. If you haven't seen Inside Llewyn Davis, see it.
Just go
watch it. Maybe it's not everybody's cup of tea, but it is way up there.
No, it's great. You should definitely see it.
And that was my first exposure to him. And after that one, I said, I love this movie so much. I got to watch.
Yeah, he's great.
I got to try to keep my eye out on anything that he's in. And for the most part, it's never failed me.
He's good. I asked you a question.
Yeah. I'm trying to remember about a movie.
That it was like
a movie may not be coming to mind, but I've mentioned this show before. We used to watch. My wife and I used to watch Mike and Molly, which is the Melissa McCarthy TV show.
Was it? Now, when I posed the question, it was kind of like...
I'm not sure if we were married yet.
Well, it was kind of one of those... The question was just like something that you're going to watch and go, I wouldn't normally watch this.
I wouldn't normally watch
this.
But I wouldn't have normally watched it.
But you dug that show.
Yeah, I did. And I loved this show. I watched the show because my wife wanted to watch the show. And we did. But it worked for both of us. You know what I mean? I liked that show, and I'm grateful grateful for the opportunity that I did watch it. And yeah, would and that's not saying anything bad about the show. That my first response, I wouldn't watch it. I wasn't watching a lot of TV, and I still really don't sometimes. So I wanted, you want to make a commitment, and you know what I mean. You're in a relationship, and you try.
The things you do for love.
Can't always do, but So I watched that one, and I never regretted it. There's sometimes, you might watch, like now, because of, streaming and the different services on your thing, we always have trouble, agreeing on a movie. Oh, you want to watch this one? No, how about and then when you do
the thing
find
is,
one,
you're married now. You're a little, you're a little less afraid to say no. I'm not gonna watch this.
But though sometimes you watch a movie and you go, oh my goodness, I don't know if I'll get that hour and 45 back now. But you share, you make some compromise sometimes. But that was one TV show. I don't think I know it. I wouldn't have watched it for no other reason than I just wasn't watching many just TV shows. But I did, and I don't regret it. As a matter of fact, it exposed me to Melissa McCarthy.
Mine would be when I was dating the woman who would become my ex-wife.
And she tried hard for that status.
So I refuse to comment on that on the grounds that it may incriminate me.
Yeah.
So Dawson's Creek.
Dawson's Creek, okay. Yeah, but see, like that I
feel
the same way.
But
I can.
Yeah, but the result is different.
Oh.
Other than the fact that you remain married.
You didn't like it.
Hated every fucking second of it.
Oh, okay.
So
I've never seen.
I just thought it was not. It was such an awful show. But
I couldn't even tell you anything about Katie Holmes.
When you're dating and you're in the beginning stages, and it's like, yeah, fine. I guess I'll watch this, and of all the things I regret regarding that relationship,
ouch.
That is probably top 5. The amount of time I spent watching that fucking awful show.
Wow.
So yeah, there's that. Anyways, let's do the bucket.
We'll get out of that gracefully.
There's no grace in being honest. Oh, this will be a good one. Be super fun.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah.
All right.
Oh, and just to reiterate, this was the first.
This was a historic
first time
episode.
That we ever
first time we agreed on all three. Crazy.
I am amazed.
That is crazy stuff here. So at some point in time, that will be a trivia question for which we will award a major award
to Oscar Isaac.
Yes. So that's the answer to the big prize trivia question, Oscar Isaac. Anywho, like and subscribe if you would. Check out the podcast. Check out the merch.
Yeah.
And we'll just see you next time. Thanks.
Take care.